Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the UEFA Champions League, okay, the quarterfinal, the teams that are involved in the quarterfinal, semi-finals, and of course the teams that are going to be predicted for the finals. Okay, so the UEFA Champions Final League is going to be taking place on the 30th of May, 18 o'clock Central European Time at Puskas Arena. So if you're around Puskas Arena, you should get ready to participate or to get ready to attend the UEFA Champions League final. Okay, so the teams that are going in for the final, quarter-final, we have there are 8 teams. We have PSG, we have Liverpool, and of course we have Real Madrid, and we have Bayern Munich on the left column. Then on the right column we have Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Sporting CP, and of course Arsenal. So who are you supporting, or which is your favorite team? I want you to hashtag your team under the comment section of this video. If you're supporting Barcelona, hashtag Barcelona. If you're supporting Atletico Madrid, hashtag Atletico Madrid. If you're supporting Sporting CP, hashtag Sporting CP. Okay. Supporting Arsenal, hashtag Arsenal. If you're supporting Liverpool, hashtag Liverpool. If you're supporting Madrid, hashtag Madrid. And of course, if you're supporting Bayern Munich, hashtag Bayern Munich. And if you are supporting PSG, hashtag PSG under this video. Okay, so I just want to talk about a possible semi-final match makeup. Okay, for me, I'm thinking that for the semi-finals, I'm thinking that we may have the team of Bayern Munich versus Barcelona on one side, and then we may have PSG versus Real Madrid on the other side. So which team do you actually think is going to be able to go through to the semi-finals? Do you think it's going to be Bayern Munich versus Barcelona, or do you also think that it's going to be PSG versus Real Madrid, or do you think that Sporting CP, Arsenal, Liverpool, PSG may spring up with surprises and possibly reach out to the semi-final? Let me know in the comment section, which team do you actually think would spring up for the semi-finals? For me, I'm thinking that for the semi-finals we're going to have Bayern Munich versus Barcelona, and also PSG versus Real Madrid. So if you're having a contrary prediction to this, let me know in the comment section. Hashtag semi-finals, teams that are going to be able to go through to the semi-finals, and let me know the teams that you think will be able to scale through to the semi-finals. Just hashtag the teams. You can say hashtag Barcelona versus Bayern Munich and hashtag PSG versus Real Madrid, for example. In the semi-finals, if we actually have Bayern Munich versus Barcelona, that means that we are going to see Lewandowski play against his former club, because Lewandowski used to play for Bayern Munich some years back ago before he actually joined Barcelona. So if we actually see Bayern Munich meets Barcelona on the finals, we're going to have Lewandowski play against his former club. Okay, and at the other end we have PSG versus Real Madrid. Okay, so that means Kylian Mbappe is going to actually be facing his former team PSG. If we actually have PSG versus Real Madrid, that means Kylian Mbappe is going to actually be facing his former football team, which is PSG. Now, do you think that if Barcelona meets Bayern Munich, Barcelona is going to have an upper hand because a former team player Lewandowski plays for Barcelona? And do you actually think that um Real Madrid meets with PSG, do you actually think that Real Madrid is going to have an upper hand because Kylian Mbappe actually played for PSG a couple of years ago? What do you actually think? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know and see if, for example, if Lewandowski actually meets up with his former team Bayern Munich. That is, if we're having Bayern Munich versus Barcelona, Lewandowski is going to be able to defeat Bayern Munich because he has been part of them before, and this he could use to for Barcelona to take advantage of. On the other hand, is PS. If we actually have PSG meets Real Madrid, do you actually think that Real Madrid is going to have the upper hand? Like Real Madrid is going to be able to scale through to the finals because Kylian Mbappe has actually been part of the PSG club and actually knows PSG to some extent. Do you actually think that Real Madrid is going to take that to their advantage and they're going to be able to pull through to the final, from the semi-finals to the finals? Okay, so my pick for me, okay, my pick for me, I would say that for me, I would say that Real Madrid could actually meet Bayern Munich in the finals because for me, I feel like Real Madrid is going to be able to scale through from the semi-finals to the finals, and I also actually believe that Bayern Munich is going to be able to scale through to the finals. So let me know which teams do you think is going to be able to scale through to the finals. My pick for me, I feel that in the finals we're going to have Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid in the finals. Okay, so for me, I think that we're gonna have Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid in the finals. So that's what I think, and that is my own pick. So what do you actually think? What are your two picks? Who do you think is going to be able to scale through the finals? For me, my pick to the finals is Real Madrid versus Barcelona. So what is your own pick? Which team do you actually think is going to be able to scale through to the finals of the UCL? I already picked from two teams on my end. I picked Bayern Munich and I actually picked Madrid. I feel that Bayern Munich and Real Madrid are going to be able to scale through to the finals because on my own end, I actually trust their capabilities based on the way they have been playing and based on the coaching style of the coach. I believe that Bayern Munich will meet Real Madrid in the finals of the UCL 2026. So I want you to make your own pick on the two teams that you think will scale through to the finals. Now let me tell you that I am just making my own predictions. These are just my own picks. These are just my own prediction. No match has been played. No semi-final match has been played. No final match has been played. I am just making my own picks on who I think is going to be able to scale through to the final. So let me know under the comment section the two teams that you think are going to be able to scale through to the finals of the UCL. Do you think that if you think that these teams have the capability and they're going to be able to scale through to the finals, just hashtag the team in the comment section. For me, I would say that Bayern Munich will be able to scale through to the Bayern Munich and Real Madrid will scale through to the final. So I'll hashtag Bayern Munich and I'll hashtag Real Madrid. So for me, I actually think that Bayern Munich and Real Madrid will be able to scale through to the final. So what teams do you actually think will be able to scale through to the final? Let me know in the comment section. Hashtag final teams. Then you hashtag, for example, for me, Bayern Munich, and of course, hashtag Real Madrid. So a lot of people are going to be asking, why would you say that Real Madrid will go into the finals? What happens to PSG? Why will you say PSG will not be able to scale through to the finals? Well, for me, I think PSG are still mentally weak to be able to defeat Real Madrid. That is my own opinion. That is what I think. I think PSG are still mentally weak to be able to play against Real Madrid. Okay, so the pressure is there for me, and I don't think Barcelona can be able to pull this through right now. I don't actually think that Barcelona has enough players. Like, I don't think Barcelona has the capacity to be able to defeat Bayern Munich, like the current Barcelona team. I don't think they can be able to pull through, except there's a miracle, like for them to be able to pull through to defeat Bayern Munich. Now they may be surprises. Barcelona may end up surprising us. It's fine, but I am giving my own prediction based on the capability of the team right now, and the current Barcelona team aren't a superpower like right now. The current Barcelona team aren't the team of before. So I think that Bayern Munich can be able to take advantage of that and pull through to the finals. That was why I said I am predicting that Bayern Munich, we're going to have a finals of Bayern Munich facing Real Madrid. For surprises, like I said, and it can be actually possible that Arsenal too may be able to scale through. If we get surprises, we could actually have Arsenal meet Bayern if Arsenal is able to try. But I don't think Arsenal current football team right now can be able to scale through to the final. I do not think so. But I feel that Arsenal, if there's a miracle and Arsenal meets Bayern Munich, I think that some old scars can be open, right? If Arsenal actually meets Bayern Munich. But let's not dive into that, okay? So if the reverse is the case, like if we have Bayern versus Barcelona, okay, so let us just say that, okay, Lewandowski is going to be facing his old football club. How is it going to turn out? Do you think that Barcelona can actually take advantage and actually defeat Bayern Munich just because Lewandowski used to be a part of Bayern Munich before? Do you think that Barcelona is going to be able to pull through and scale through to the finals by defeating Bayern Munich because they actually have a former player of Bayern Munich, which happens to be Lewandowski? What do you actually think? If you actually think that Lewandowski can actually pull through, and Lewandowski's current team Barcelona can actually pull through to defeat Barcelona, I want you to type it in the comment section rather, that Lewandowski Barcelona can actually defeat Bayern Munich. Just type it in the comment section. Barcelona may be able to defeat Bayern Munich, because I believe that Lewandowski used to be a part of their team before. So there is the possibility that Barcelona can be able to defeat Bayern Munich. Okay, so on the other side of the whole thing, if we actually have PSG facing Real Madrid, that means we're going to be seeing the Mbappe saga. Okay, we're going to be seeing Mbappe meet up with his former team PSG. And I remember the Mbappe saga is still very, very fresh. How Real Madrid knocked PSG out of the UCL in 2022, and everybody actually blamed it on Kylian Mbappe. Now, do you actually think that this time PSG may be able to get their revenge and actually kick out Real Madrid in order to get their revenge? And Mbappe is not going to have another like saga on the side of Real Madrid. I don't really pray for that because I believe that the current Real Madrid team is going to be able to defeat PSG. But on the other hand, if PSG should defeat Kylian Mbappe's side Real Madrid, we're going to have another Mbappe saga. The only difference is that Mbappe is going to be on the side of Real Madrid. So the Mbappe saga is going to be coming from the Real Madrid side and not from the PSG side. So that means we are going to be seeing Real Madrid. We're going to be seeing PSG knock Real Madrid out of the UCL 2026. So what do you actually think? Do you actually think that the current PSG team can actually defeat Kylian Mbappe? Real Madrid. What do you actually think? Do you think we're going to have another Mbappe saga? Do you think that Mbappe is going to get knocked out with his team? Do you think that PSG, there's going to be a miracle? That PSG may just come up and spring up surprises and kick Real Madrid out, as in get revenge on Real Madrid and just kick them out? What do you actually think? Do you think that is possible? Because for me, I already said it, my picks for the final, the people I see in the final, I'm saying Bayern Munich in the final, okay, and I am saying Real Madrid in the final, but these are just predictions because football is a game that anything can happen, anything can spring up. So these are just my own prediction. That for me, my two picks to the final will be Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid, but anything is possible. So what do you actually think? What are your own two picks? What are your own opinion? What are your observations? Which team are you supporting? I want you to be in my comment section. I am supporting this team, and this is why I think that this team can actually spring up and get to the final. Which team are you supporting? Whose fan are you on? Whose side are you on? Because for me, even though I'm on nobody's side as a sports analyst, I am not supporting anybody, but I'm just picking my picks based on what I think and based on the capability of the current team. And I think that Bayern Munich will be able to pull it through to the final with Real Madrid. So who do you think is going to be able to pull it through? Do you actually think that PSG will be able to get their revenge and knock Real Madrid out of the 2026 UCL? If you think that, write it in the comment section that I believe that PSG will be able to knock out Madrid out of the UCL 2026 so that Mbappe can actually have another saga, but on a different side, of course, on the Real Madrid side, because the last time Mbappe had a saga was on PSG side. That was about 4 years ago in the UCL, okay? That was when he had it on PSG side, and I think that time Messi was around in the club that time, so they were supposed to get through to the semis or so, and they couldn't get through, and everybody just blamed Kylian Mbappe about it that time, and we had that whole Mbappe saga issue, and there were rumors particularly going on then that Mbappe wanted to go to Real Madrid, so everybody thought that maybe because he wanted to, he got transfer deals to Real Madrid, he deliberately did this or that made it seem loose, which I didn't think he did on purpose, but we just had that Mbappe saga. And do you actually think that PSG is going to be able to knock Real Madrid out of the UCL 2026, or do you think that Mbappe's current football side, Real Madrid, is going to be able to neatly defeat PSG and kick them out of the Champions League? For me, my pick is, I pick for the finals, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. Let me know what your pick is under this video. Just comment hashtag finals pick team and hashtag comment your team. You can hashtag Bayern Munich or Barcelona. That is if you are supporting my pick. If you are supporting gotten my pick, and you can hashtag other teams. You can hashtag, say, maybe Atletico Madrid, Arsenal. If you believe Atletico Madrid and Arsenal will be able to scale through to the next level, so just hashtag the final two teams that you think will be able to scale through to the next level. For me, hashtag Barcelona, hashtag Bayern Munich, and hashtag Real Madrid. Those are my final picks to the next two teams. So stick around and don't forget to follow me, subscribe to my channel in order